Ay, nako. Nakakatawa. Musta? Di ba baliktad yung body clock mo? Ano oras nagising?
Hindi, medyo napuyato kanina. Meaning maaga ako nagising.
So, tama na yung body clock.
Hindi.
Okay lang yan.
Kulang ako sa tulog. Pero okay lang naman.
Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
Ay, nako. Kumusta, Ian? So, well, for those who don't know, you are a member of Arigato Hato?
Was. Pero yung earlier with Miko Kizon pa, ganun.
Alam mo ba, yun na, hindi tayo masyado nag-usap. Pero, nandun ka ng shoot ni Gino Jose, di ba? Kasama ka pa ba nun? Wala na.
Saan to?
Sa bahay ni Prime.
San Lorenzo?
San Lorenzo. Or sa bahay ni, kasama ka pa ba nun?
Pero sa San Lorenzo?
Ata.
Hindi na ako kasali doon.
Wala ka na doon.
Pero ito yung something and play, run and play.
I think so.
Whatever. I think shoot din yung Shirley. Pero at that time na shoot yung Hato, hindi na ako part ng Hato. Na.
Pero, would you say na, like, Arigato Hato, parang medyo related yung birth ng Shirley doon? Hindi rin.
Hindi. The Hato came way after
Shirley. Talaga? Anyway.
Tagal na namin. 21 years na kami.
21 years na. Alam mo ba yung split 22 years? So parang
talaga?
wala lang. Nakakatawa lang. Pero like,
yung Hato, nag-start lang siya, I think, 08 or 07
so ang
or
Shirley
08.
ay 03?
3, yes. 03.
Tagal na pala.
Tanda na kami.
Tagal ka na sikat. Anyway, so I guess for those who don't know you, parang what would you say is parang something that would give them better context into like understanding who you are? Like, is there a specific thing in your upbringing or in like in your work that parang gives, ito si Ian. Parang ganun.
Ano lang talaga ako, music lover who turned into a composer. Ganun. Parang I wanna do that. I wanna write good songs. Yeah. Yun. Actually, in general, that's what I consider myself as, like, a composer. More than anything else. More than a guitarist, more than a sound engineer, ganun.
Composer?
Oo, ganun.
So, like, aling songs ng Shirley yung nagsulat? Nakakalimutan ko kasi. Sinabi mo na sa akin to, tapos kinalimutan ko.
Well, yung nakauwi na, tama na drama, di na babalik.
Okay.
Co-wrote Siberia with our manager, Kathy.
That's interesting, di ba? Parang, to me, having a co-writer as a manager, is that something that doesn't normally happen, I think. Well, I guess other than Darwin Hernandez of Superstar, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang, is that a dynamic that works? Or parang, is it good, bad, or different?
Well, during the start kasi hindi naman, parang yung transition ni Kathy as like band friend to manager, parang seamless lang siya eh. It seemed like very convenient for us to like, she was always in our gigs, so parang, sige, ikaw na rin, ganun.
That's cool. Would you say that she helped shape who you are now, or I guess Shirley, ganun?
Oo naman, in terms of like how Shirley is perceived by our fans and our audience, I think malaki naman din factor si Kathy.
But I guess, for you naman as a person, like, are there specific people in your life or experiences in your life that you would say really led you to believe or parang to build that identity of being a composer? Parang, what made you say, or parang, meron bang isang gig or isang parang hindi, parang ito na nga, ito yung gusto kong gawin. Diba? At what point did that happen for you?
Yung composing for a band, hindi ko siya kinonsider serious until later on eh. I mean, sige, I'll explain.
Sure.
So, hindi ko siya kinonsidered serious, quote-unquote. Pero what made me realize na I wanna compose is nung nag-start ako mag-score ng films. So that happened during college na nag-score ako bigla ng mga friends who are, film majors in Masscom, ganun. So, mga film thesis. Doon ako nag-start, film thesis. So,
that's interesting.
Nag-score ako ng film thesis, tapos nirefer ako sa friend niya, sa classmate niya, ako na rin nag-score. Mga ganun.
So it wasn't even writing songs. It was writing scores talaga.
Yun nga yung sinasabi ko, parang I loved writing songs. I still do. Pero yung what made me like realize na I wanna do this, I wanna be a composer in general, is yung nag-start ako compose ng original music for film.
And I think, I don't know, I know this because I'm friends with, I think si Miko Quizon is, would you say, kasi Miko, he's a partner at Wapak, diba?
Yeah.
Parang, may na-mention siya before na parang pinasahan kanya ng racket, ata? Tama ba? Tapos tumuloy-tuloy yun, tama ba?
Yeah, oo. Yung, I think, I used to work for ABS-CBN.
Talaga?
And siya yung nag-refer sa akin. I mean, yung may friend siya sa Anthro.
Okay.
Si
Miko.
Kevin. Kelvin pala. Kelvin.
Okay.
So, siya yung nag-work sa ABS. So, parang kinonect ako ni Miko kay Kelvin. And I worked there for 6 years until, pinasara siya ng you know who.
So, within those 6 years, like, were there other experiences there na parang, okay to But 6 years is a grind rin, di ba?
Oo naman. It was a good gig, actually. Sad ako na natigil siya. Sorry. So, na-surprise ako kasi it was a good working environment in a sense na siguro yung expectation kasi of ABS-CBN usually sobrang, parang toxic, gano'n. Meron kasing gano'n reputation eh.
Meron nga.
Pero I
at least
myself really enjoying at least yung department na I was part of.
So within those 6 years, like, what were you scoring? Like, news ba? Ganon? Hindi ko alam eh.
I was, part ako ng news, actually.
News?
Integrated
Talaga?
news of current affairs.
Like, what would you do?
Gawa ng music for documentaries, mainly. So, yung mga documentaries sa ANC, like Mukha and Local Legends and some of their year-ender stuff. Iba-iba. Marami. So, regular yun. Ito sa regular gig.
Interesting Tapos, would you say that helped? Was there something there that also helped you naman with your kumbaga, that would be work, your play side in writing for bands?
Wala masyado, actually. Very, separate. Very, okay, ito yung TV work, and then iba rin yung band. Hindi sila masyado nag-connect.
Okay.
Hindi sila masyado
Okay lang.
Yun.
I-cut na lang natin to na may tumawag. Kahit hindi ko i-cut. I think McDo yan na delivery.
Ayun.
Anyway. Mamaya ka na McDo. So siguro, I'm curious naman. So outside of the ABS work, so I guess how then would did you writing for mainly I guess Shirley, diba? Parang where does that come from? What shaped writing for Shirley?
Mainly because of the Eraserheads. Yun na yun. Actually, I love
Talaga?
their songs. I was greatly influenced by their music. Sila yung top 1 local band ko and, idol, ganun. So parang I wanted to write songs for myself na parang ganun. Na magko-connect sa maraming tao, ganun. So pop music. I wanted to write pop music.
Like, was there any particular song, does any particular song or album come to mind na parang galing ng kantang to
Yung buong circus, doon talaga ako na, whoa, what a great bunch of songs, ganun. As in, well, sumikat na sila sa, diba, sa Ultra with like Toyang. Pero yung talagang, when I listen to circus, doon talaga ako parang, gusto ko rin itong gawin. I mean, not as a career, gusto ko lang magsulat.
Magsulat ng kanta.
Hindi pa siya serious nun. Parang I just really enjoyed listening and parang natuto ako mag-guitar. I wanted to play the guitar. Hindi pa ako marunong nun. So parang, okay, sige, natuto na ako, ganun. Unfortunately, yung tito ko fan din ng E-Head, so he taught me.
That's good. Tapos, like, I'm sure you've met some of them.
Oo naman.
Diba?
I
The
met all of
industry
them.
small. You met all of them.
Oh.
Diba? So, how does that change? Does it change anything, or does it put things into perspective, or does it just validate na, uy, kilala ko na sila? How did that make you feel?
I mean, hindi, meron mga like, like OPM, legends na I guess pag nakilala mo, tapos naging tropa mo or nakilala mo pa ng matagal, parang it becomes normal to talk to them. Pero with the E-heads, parang I've always kept my distance because gusto ko lang na
Parang yung reverence.
Oo, yes. So, parang ganun. Ay, hindi ko nga alam. Minsan feeling nila ang snub ko or whatever. No? Parang hindi ko sila. Parang sa totoo lang, nasa starstruck lang ako. Ganun. Yun, ganun.
I don't think so naman. Naisipin nila yun. Diba? Parang, wala naman ata mag-iisip na snob.
Yeah. Pero wala lang. Parang,
at least kung makita man nila to, alam na nila ngayon na hindi, ganun ka lang.
I mean, I probably don't care about me. Pero wala lang. Parang, meron lang talaga akong parang hindi ko matanggal yung pagiging starstruck ko sa kanila.
Nagigets ko yun. Sobrang I mean, there's still people na parang, shit, pinansin niyo ako.
Oo, ganun.
Diba? So, like, anyone in particular or just all of them for?
All of them pa rin naman. Pero idol ko talaga si Buddy. Ewan ko, parang siya yung ang galing kasi mag-bass eh.
Ang galing niya mag-bass.
As in, yung mga lines niya parang, what? As in, yung simple as like, let's say, yung bass line niya
Dun.
Hindi nga yun eh. Yung,
may gitara dyan sa likod. Kung maalala mo.
Okay lang.
Hindi ko alam kung anong inisip mo.
Sige, Overdrive for example. Parang, yung chords niya parang nag-iiba, A, E, F sharp, or D ata yun. Basta yun yung chord pattern.
Doon lang nag-iikot.
And then, nakapose lang siya sa A. And I love that. Marami siyang ganun na parang everybody else does the chords, pero siya pumapose lang. Tapos parang, yun, as simple as those. Pero marami din siyang mga complicated stuff na ginagawa na,
I see him nga personally as like Paul McCartney ng Pilipinas in terms of just advancing bass playing. Sobrang galing ni Buddy.
For me, siya yung pinaka-skilled sa instrument sa kanilang apat. I mean, they're all good.
They're all good. They're all great. They're all great.
Pero si Buddy talaga yung, ang galing mo mag-bass. Ganun.
Galing. Diba? Nakakatuwa lang. But, so I guess leading into that, do you have some core beliefs about music? Parang, diba? What is it about music that just keeps you drawing you back, I think, diba? Pwede ka namang realistically, pwede ka naman rumakit ng puro film lang, pero hindi mo naman kailangan magsulat.
Hindi siya as fun. Hindi as fun mag-write ng music for other people. Fun yung writing music for yourself. Yun, ewan ko, parang, kaya I guess parang bumabalik ako to like being in a band, playing in a band. I always want that. No matter what I'm doing, I always want to be in a band. Parang ganun. And play and write.
So you don't write, you've never tried writing for other people? Parang
No. I mean, nagawa ko naman yun. Pero what I'm saying is, lang siya, mas fun lang writing for yourself. It's always, parang every now and then, I enjoy, composing for film or whatever. Pero it doesn't beat, writing your own songs for your own band.
Like, 2 guitars, a bass, thinking ganun siya tutugtugin.
Yes, so parang ganun. And a keyboard line, whatever. Ganun.
Is there like, can you bring me to like a particular song na parang naalala mong sinusulat mo tapos talagang saya lang nito? Parang ganun. Okay lang.
Hindi, paano ba? Ano ba yung masaya? I guess,
or is it the process? Maybe just
iba-iba eh. Pero like yung satisfaction lang of, parang knowing that you can. Sorry, so self-serving.
Okay
pero
lang.
kapag nag-write ako and then natuwa ako sa ginawa ko, parang ang saya na nun. Ang yabang ako.
I mean, I think parang nakakatuwa lang na alam mong kaya mo siyang gawin.
Yes, exactly. Oo,
Tama ba?
Oo, may ganun. May ganung thing na parang, I guess rin yan, it's sort of like, may problem din dun eh. Kasi parang minsan, pag alam mong kaya mong gawin. For example, when magsusulat ako ng song, I write a verse and a chorus.
Okay.
Tapos ang ganda nito. Tapos parang, ipat mo yung sarili mo sa back and say, I can still do this. Tapos di mo na siya tatapos.
Kaya ba matagal ka magsulat?
Oh, I guess, ganun. Oh. Pero, yeah, may ganun. I mean, siguro, paano ba? Yung when writing songs, iba-iba yung satisfaction. Or iba-iba yung, for example, yung Nakawin, I wrote that in like 2 days, less than 2 days. The whole song.
That's relatively short for most songs, I guess.
Compared to like yung Umaapa, which I wrote for in a span of 3 years. Ganun. Parang it started with, marami ano ko pag may idea ko, nire-record ko agad sa phone ko
Like voice memos? Tama
Yes,
ba?
voice memos. So nandiyan lang siya for 1-2 years and then biglang, sige, lagyan ko ng konting lyrics to. And then, tatabi ko lang ulit siya. Yun, yung Umaapa was like that. Tinapos ko lang siya because I submitted it for yung Phil Pop noong 2015.
Sino kumanta nun sa Phil Pop?
Friend ko si Lee Cepeda. Ayan. But anyway, yun. So, and then, nung hindi siya tinanggal, hindi siya nakuha. Okay. So, sige, lagay na natin sa Shirley. Ganun, yeah.
Tapos, well, it worked. I mean,
yeah, it worked.
Sobrang nag-work siya, diba?
Pero ibang-iba yung areglo nun, nung original sa Shirley.
But I guess it lived better with Shirley.
Yes,
diba?
Definitely.
So, I guess, sometimes things just fall into place. Happy accident, diba?
Pero yeah, yung enjoyment ko like yung parang I wrote Nakawin for 2 days and then yung satisfaction enough parang naano ko siya, na sinulat ko siya and napahinog ko yung Umapaw. Ganun. It was like iba-ibang kaya ko palang gawin yan. Ganun. May ganung satisfaction if you may.
Okay lang. But I'm also curious naman because syempre, when you're putting out a song, it doesn't become yours alone na di ba? Parang people will put their own interpretations of it.
Yeah.
How do you feel about, kunwari, like, when something like that blows up, di ba? Na parang, kunwari, may some random indie kid napupunta sa Giho na who's singing along to your song na sinulit mo in 2 days. So I'm curious kasi I've never written a song like that, di ba? Parang what goes through your head?
Kasi well, habang tumatanda ako na let go ko na yung idea of a song must mean a specific thing. Parang ngayon na lang I mean, hindi naman ngayon na lang, pero when I became older, doon ko na lang nilet go na, okay, my songs can mean many things for other people, ganun. Pero dati ako ini-explain ko pa, hindi, itong song na to kasi tungkol sa ganyan. Pero ngayon, bahala kayo, ganun.
Why do you think you had to explain that before and not now? Parang what changed in the perspective?
I mean, ganun din siguro when I listen to songs. Although hindi kasi ako, pag nakikinig ako ng music ng ibang bands or artists that I love, hindi ko priority yung lyrics I mean, I listen to the melody. Yung melody talaga yung number one for me. Pag maganda yung melody, wow, I love this song.
So, pwedeng basura yung lyrics.
Yes. Basta
pero ang ganda naman.
Yes.
So, I'm curious, do you listen to a lot of foreign na hindi mo naintindihan pero ang ganda ng melodies?
Like
K-pop.
Japanese. K-pop. So, parang, hindi naman necessarily K-pop, pero marami akong gustong Korean artist na
ang ganda
hindi ko naintindihan, pero I love this.
You're the first person na nakasundo ko dyan. Kasi my
Melody
opinion
is
naman
king.
ng K-pop is parang they write really good melodies. Like for me personally, it's Sam Kim, IU. Ang galing diba? So like for you, parang who would be really good melody makers or parang, does anyone come to mind na ito, yun yung una mo napapahinggan?
Sa Japanese at sa foreign?
Kahit saan, kahit sino. Diba? Parang ang ganda ng melody lang na to, di ba? More than the lyric, I guess.
I guess, closer to home answer, Rico Blanco is a great melodist. Yun, ganun.
Like any particular song na naalala mo?
Right now, on top of mind yung Wag Mong Aminin. Such a great melody.
Such a great melody.
Kasi, ayun, parang okay, it's about heartbreak, it's about, pero second lang yun. Parang saka ko na lang siya na-realize. Anyway, pero yun mas nag-stick sa akin yung melody. Pero going back to yung question mo kanina of yung sa lyrics, when I listen to other people's songs and lyrics.
Kumaga, they put a different meaning, I guess.
Parang
kailan nag-change na parang hindi ko na kailangan i-defend yung thesis na to, di ba?
Yun, nare-realize ko rin na parang, okay, itong song na to, hindi naman necessarily iba yung meaning niya, pero I guess marami naka-attach na memories to some songs. Yun din, marami parang yung experiences mo while listening to the music, iba. Ganun, depende sa mood mo. Pero yun nga, naalala ko, gusto ko lang kwento, naalala ko before, yung mga tao, for like, specifically for di na babalik na song. Akala kasi ng mga tao, ano yun I wrote that because I was sad na nag-break kami ng ex ko, etc.
So, ano yun, nilalapitan ka, uy, nag-break ba kayo, ganun?
Hindi. More of parang mag-tweet sila quoting the lyrics. Ang sakit naman ito, Shirley, ba't tama na? Bakit niya ba kami sinasaktan? Mga ganun. Anyway, palagi yun. That song is about moving on and realizing that you're okay. Di na nagwawala yung damdamin. So parang, yung mga ganun na parang, and then people still wanted to be, yeah, so parang okay lang. Parang, sige, whatever floats your boat, sige, use my song. Okay lang. Ganun. Na-let go ko na.
Nakakatawa. Kasi, well, I guess, hindi naman necessarily same subject-ish, but like, one song that comes to mind na ganyan rin is Sarah Bareilles' Love Song. Diba? So, parang,
No.
and I'm not gonna write you a love song because you ask for it because you need one, you see. First time I heard of it, parang grabe naman tong boyfriend na to, humingi na love song. Ganon. And then like, I want to say, years later, I found out that that song was meant for her record label. Na parang, I'm not gonna write you a love song because you asked for it, you see. Tapos, it became a hit that people thought was a love song. So parang, sobrang...
Yeah, exactly. Mga ganong things na, di ba? Parang, sige,
Yun na yun.
whatever. If it makes it makes the song reach more people, edi great. Yun naman yung goal, di ba? I mean, you make music to make it reach a lot of people. At least for me, yun yung...
And why do you think that's a goal for you? Does it go back to the e-heads thing? Or is it something more na parang why do you want to reach more people?
Yung feeling lang of you're such a small entity in this universe na parang gusto mo lang mag-reach as many people connect with many people as much as possible. Pero ako may ganun akong pagka-romantic, I guess.
Parang you want just to be able to relate to someone else.
Ganun. Parang gusto ko lang more than anything else, actually. Pag narinig yung song, tapos parang, ang ganda nito, nakarelate ako. I love that. I love hearing that from fans na nakarelate ako dun sa song. Yan, yung sentence na yun.
I guess that leads into parang, do you feel that's mainly how you help other people? Na parang through writing songs?
Mainly? Hindi ko alam kung mainly.
Or how do you think you help other people? Kumbaga,
I guess, oo naman. I mean, inisip ko na rin yan na parang touching people's lives by my songs. Yeah, great. Pero, ewan ko, parang in terms of like helping people, di naman ako madamot. Generous naman ako with knowledge. Like, hindi ako as active as you, I guess, when it comes to like, I want to help people or gagawa ng workshop. Pero if somebody comes to me and asks for help, ganyan naman, ganun. Hindi ako, ayokong maging madamot sa knowledge.
and what knowledge what knowledge do people usually go and ask? Like, I'm sure people have asked you about songwriting.
Ganun.
Like, what?
Music production, ganun. Mainly what I do. Yun.
And what's the normal thing you usually, like, I guess for most people who have a similar goal of just reaching more people through writing songs, parang, what do you normally say to them that seems to work?
Sinasabi ko kasi parang if you wanna reach more songs, wanna reach more people with your songs, as in, gayahin niyo yung mga sikat. Yun yung advice ko kasi totoo naman eh. Parang if you wanna like sound like Shirley, I mean, happy naman ako na nakaka-reach ako ng tao, pero I have a certain style, hindi naman siya like for everybody,
Exactly.
diba? So parang limited. Pero kung gusto mo talagang maximum, magsulat ka ng pop, gano'n. I guess yung pinaka binibigay kong advice sa mga and help sa mga young artists na malapit sa akin is, para manage your expectations, know your audience, parang alam mo, parang ano yung nagsulat ka ng song, para kanino ba yan? Kung kunwari, gusto mong mag-reach ng maraming tao pero yung song mo parang Radiohead sa Pilipinas, hindi mangyayari yun, diba? I mean, wag mong expect na magiging ka, Ben and Ben. I mean, diba?
Parang,
so, parang ganun. Parang,
I guess the accessibility of music, kumbaga, you have to make your music accessible. Kunwari, don't play jazz, diba?
or if you want to play jazz, go ahead. Pero dapat, ma-manage mo yung expectation mo na ito lang yung audience mo. Yun yung lagi kong advice na parang, okay, nasa third world country ka, ito yung gusto mong tugtugin, ito lang yung ma-reach mo. And dapat okay lang ka lang doon. Kung hindi ka okay doon, wag mo yan gawin.
And does that mindset also inform how you write music?
Oo naman. Oo. May certain, I mean, even though honest pa rin naman ako sa music na ginagawa ko, feeling ko nga too honest eh. May certain may certain like aspect pa rin na may certain part of me pa rin na gusto ko pa rin siya maging palatable or radio friendly, ganun. Meron pa rin siyang ganun na in my head.
I wanna ask you about something you said. Na parang you said you feel you're too honest in music. What do you mean by that?
Kasi nahihirapan ako magsulat ng music in third person. Palagi siyang
Ako?
second. Parang first parang nagsasabi ng what I feel, what I ganyan. Parang hindi siya narrative, gano'n. So, parang feeling ko kailangan kong i-exercise or parang i-train yung sarili ko na magsulat in third person para may variety. Or parang hindi ganun ka-honest. Kasi parang feeling ko parang yung mga songs is always what I feel, what I do, what I believe, gano'n.
But that doesn't, at least from where I stand, that doesn't seem, it seems to be relating to a lot of people.
Oh, yun na. I guess, part of me lang na para maiba lang or parang matry lang na kasi marami akong gusto na songwriters na magaling magsulat ng narrative style na nagkikwento sila about something.
Anyone comes to mind in particular? Local or international?
The usual.
Who are the usual suspects? Hindi ko alam eh, kasi
Sorry, sige.
Iba-iba yung soundtrack natin eh.
Ako, siguro, kung meron akong top 3 composers na close sa heart ko dahil yun yung main influences ko sa songwriting ko. It's Rico Blanco, Eli Buendia, and Evidencel, honestly. So yun, sila, may mga songs sila na parang ang galing. For example, yung Tindahan ni Aling na yan.
Yung?
Tindahan
Tindahan ni Aling na yan.
Parang kwento siya ito sa some guy na ninligaw sa anak na.
Their biggest hit, El Bimbo.
Yeah, oo. Diba? It's a
narrative.
Yeah, exactly. Parang gusto kong magsalat gusto kong matry na meron naman din ata ako, pero hindi yun yung mas successful songs. So parang gusto ko lang na gumawa ng gano'n.
But how then would you define if a song is successful? Kasi I think that's very subjective. Diba?
I guess yun yung request ng mga tao sa band ko. Gano'n yun yung marami streams, gano'n.
Sabagay.
Oo.
But, so again, another thing I always like to ask kasi is nga, parang, ano naman kailangan mo? Like, is there anything, how do people help you? Or like, are you looking for a band? Or, I don't know, you obviously have a band, diba? Pero like, how can people help Ian naman in what you do? Kumbaga, obviously, stream Shirley.
Hire me to produce your song.
Ano, realistically, diba?
Yeah,
I think a lot of people don't realize na most musicians in the Philippines don't, they have a 9 to 5.
Yeah. Oh.
So,
meron nga talaga.
Yan, you do a lot of producing work. Tama ba? I know you produce for other musicians as well.
Yeah. Ayun, so I guess yan lang. I mean, after ABS-CBN shutdown, nag-freelance ako and mas challenging siya. So I guess parang more collaborations lang. People come up to me and like ask to produce their songs or compose music for film. Happy na ako dun. Like being me. Just ask me to be me.
So the best way to help you is to make Ian compose more music.
Ganun. Parang ganun.
Oh, that's cool. Never pa tayo nagkatrabaho. Nagkatrabaho sa Wapak?
Hindi, never pa ako. Never.
Meron yan. Sure. Tapos siguro,
Pero malaki utang na loob ko kay Miko for giving me that
Talaga?
Yung connection na yun kay Kelvin. Thanks, Miko.
Miko Q, you the best.
Sorry.
Okay lang yan. I guess I'm curious naman, would you like have one piece of learning that guided you through phases of your, like I want to say early career? What's something that really, one piece of advice or one thing that really changed your, like early Shirley, that changed your perspective or really helped you grow as a musician?
Ano yung malaking disparity, like, nag-start ako compared to now in terms of like the amount of information that you can access sa internet, ganun. Dati talaga nagsascour ako ng internet or parang, yung when I started composing for film, GarageBand lang gamit ko nun, imagine. Yun, ganun. Tapos parang, I guess, yung learning ko is, hindi ko kasi siya nagawa. Wala akong mentor as a young adult.
Okay.
So parang yun, parang naiinggit ako, hindi naman naiinggit. Happy ako for like yung mga young artists ngayon na lumalapit sa akin or lumalapit sa mga ibang tao. They have like, mentors. So yun yung learning ko na parang, huwag mong solohin. Parang ask for help.
I guess.
Parang, and kunwari, may mga tao din kasi na hindi mahilig talaga ask for help. Pero yun, reminder lang na you get by with a little help from your friends.
Beatles.
Hindi, totoo, di ba?
Totoo.
Hirap na ikaw lang. Yung iba, ako ba yun?
Hindi ko alam.
Nahihirapan yung mga tao na to accept help. May ganun. Isa ka ba sa ganun?
Hindi naman.
Yeah, pero may kilala kong mga ganun eh. And I guess ganun ako as a...
At the start.
At the start. Pero ngayon parang...
So,
na ako, very... Nagre-reach out na ako, gano'n.
na parang pag kailangan mo ng tulong.
Oo, you've...
I guess. Tapos, I want to say, through the past 5 years, siguro, what's something that changed rin naman with that whole attitude or something that helped you grow as a person, like mid-Shirley, nung medyo sumasabog na yung ibang song? I mean, at least to the mainstream. Diba? I mean, naalala ko, I specifically remember the day na, was it nakauwi na yung Cornetto ad?
Hindi, theme songs. Theme song yan.
Theme song yun. Tapos basta naalala ko yun na parang, oh shit! Astig! Diba? Parang, because I guess, you were, in my eyes, Ang Bandang Shirley would always be like, the indie darlings, quote-unquote. That's me.
Yeah.
You feel that ba?
I mean, alam ko na may pagkaganon kami. I mean, hindi naman ako oblivious to that. Pero, So, it's fun din naman. I mean, of course, ako personally, I love to like get more opportunities na gano'n na yan na parang tulad ng Cornetto. Sana mas maraming gano'n. Kahit na hindi kami.
But something like what helped you grow in that phase of your career? Siguro. Or at least for you personally. What helped? Was it more gigs? Was it more getting to know the community?
Everything eh. Kasi parang connected naman lahat eh. In terms of like, I mean, of course, sinabi ko kanina na hiwalay yung, let's say, ABS-CBN, But everything else, like, for example, composing for films, marami doon na-meet ko through, like, the music scene, through the band scene. For example, yung nag-score ako ng film sa Cinemalaya 3 years ago na na-meet ko from...
Alin pelikula?
Gitlin. Yung kay Gabby Padilla and this Japanese guy.
Okay.
Ayun. So, yun. Parang marami akong... I feel like, kunwari, if I get more... Sige, ganito. Hindi ko naman sinasabing gusto ko mag-sell out, no? Para the more mainstream, I think, my music will be, the more mainstream my opportunities will become. Parang gano'n. Pero habang indie lang ako, indie lang din.
I guess. Okay. That makes sense.
So, ang learning ko, I guess, parang put yourself out there, grab the opportunities na parang
wala namang mawawala eh.
I mean, life is short. Full-time ako musician na even though, may 9 to 5, ganun, or parang you still want to push na yung main goal mo, yung main thing mo ay yung iba, dream naman yun na lahat na yung main thing mo ay mag-perform. Main thing mo ay yung music, songs. Imbes na yung corporate thing. Kahit ang music related pa rin, di ba corporate music racket
I mean,
or...
Even si Ebe at one point was in-house hit productions, which is
ganun.
a corporate job,
Yes,
diba?
exactly. Yun yung sinasabi ko. Even composing music for yung sa ABS, that's a corporate job, di ba?
Alright.
So,
I guess. Sige. We're building a tradition wherein you answer a question which the last guest posed, and then you get to leave a question. So, the last question was actually from me. I guess, what keeps you motivated? Parang what keeps you going? Hindi masaya, hindi mahirap ang industriyang to. 'Di ba? Parang nakakapagod to. It will suck the life out of you at times.
sometimes, yes, definitely.
'Di ba? So, what keeps you motivated? Parang natuloy pa rin. I mean, you've been doing this since you're 21 years na, Shirley, 'di ba?
What keeps you motivated besides yung kailangan mag-survive, besides yung... I guess, kapag nakakarinig ako ng new music from young artists, just nagagandahan ako. Parang,
Sino ngayon? Like, ang daming magaling ngayon.
Hindi ko alam kung may mga pinakabata. Hindi ko alam. Kailangan ko mas ma-immerse sa mas young. Pero I guess, I'm just listening to O Flamingo, ganun. Sobrang nagagalingan ako sa kanila. Parang, or si Howard nakaka-release lang ng album of Birds. Parang,
December lang. Last December.
galing na to. As in, ganun. Sobrang na-inspire ako pag ganun. I wanna write more. Yun. So that's what keeps me... Ang weird, no? Na parang music motivates me to make more music.
I think art begets art. Diba?
Totoo. Tama. Yun. Pero iba talaga yung... Yun nga, balik tayo dun sinabi ko na parang no matter where I am in life, what I do, kailangan gumagawa pa rin ako ng music or be in a band. Kasi yun yung pinaka-comfortable ko na place. Be in a band and play.
Nakakatawa lang kasi sometimes, very rarely, it has the opposite effect na I remember seeing Yosha as a band. Tapos there was a time na parang lahat ng musikero galing. I mean, sobrang galing pa rin nila, obviously. Pero lahat ng tao parang, pag tumugtog yung Yosha, lahat ng tao parang, ayoko na tumugtog. Tapos after that, shit, ang galing nila, gusto kong gumaling. So parang ganun siguro.
Ano siya? Wait lang, share ko lang din. Yosha, very great. Very technically.
Amazing.
Pero alam ko kasi, parang I know my place. Kumbaga, hindi ako ganun. I will never be like that.
It's not, I don't think you're meant to be that.
Hindi ako nga. So parang, never akong parang, ayoko na magsulat. Parang hindi ako nagkaroon. Siguro ayoko na mag-gitara kasi ang galing mag-gitara nito. Pwede yun. Pero never yun.
Ayaw mo magsulat?
Parang it's always...
Gusto
ko lang magsulat ng summer if I listen to a great song.
I guess in line with that,
Nasagot
first
ko
is, you just leave a question, the next guest will answer.
Hindi ko kilala ko sino.
Kabahala. Kahit something that you think would benefit more anyone if they answered it. Hindi mo kailangan sabihin.
Yan.
Sige. Tignan natin. Interesting question. And I guess based on the last thing you said, na nakaka-inspire yung music, parang listening to good music inspires you to write better music, diba? One of the things we want to do is build a playlist of just songs of the guests of the podcast. So, what's one song that you think people should be listening to? Any song. And we'll add that to the playlist.
Sige, since na-mention ko na si Buddy kanina, I'd like to recommend Tama Ka by the Eraserheads na nasa Natin 99 album, composed by Buddy.
Si Buddy? Bihira siya magsulat, di ba?
Yeah, pero I love that song. Tinitog nga nila yun recently, ng 2022 reunion nila. So parang, finally!
Why?
Ha?
Why listen to that song in particular?
Kasi sobrang underrated niya. It's a really good song, tas siguro hindi siya ginawang single, tas, Buddy doesn't get songwriter credits masyado, ganun. Parang feeling ko lang, it's a really nice song. Ganda lyrics, meron siyang intro, outro na ibang-iba. Like, hindi part ng song. Basta, you will get it when you hear it.
Sige.
Ayun.
So
And
listen
plus, it has a great baseline, of course.
Of course.
Yun, ganun.
So listen to
Tama Ka.
Tama Ka by the Eraserheads, written specifically by Buddy Zavala.
Yes.
Alright. Thanks, Ian, for your time.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Salamat, man.
Minsan Studio.
Nice
Thank
to
you so
see you.
much for having me.
Okay.